Yo, what is up? This is Kelsey Horn with Music Promotion PR. Today I have with me JRoc from Virginia. What's going on?
What's up?
Hey,
What's
where
up?
are you
What's up?
today?
Uh, in the beginning process of this studio that I'm
Love it.
making, but I'm in here. We're chilling. Good Sunday. Good vibes
I
going. We
hear
good.
that. Wait, where in Virginia are you from? Because I tried to Google it and I don't know.
So we're literally when I said sticks, like if I could turn this
Hmm.
camera around, that's all you're gonna. I got a farm right across my road. I'm a true country
Nice.
boy, so I'm out. Like I say, it's really the middle of nowhere. The biggest thing that we have in this area that some people know about is like it's called like Smith Mountain Lake.
I know that.
But the only thing that's still not even close. Like that's still an hour from here. But it's like, and then we have it's a college, right? A Fram College. It's a college that's up the road. So but and they don't have like nothing to do. It's like a college in the middle of nowhere. They gotta drive like an hour to get something to eat.
Jeez. Well,
Yeah,
if
it's
you're out
crazy.
in like the country kind of area, how did you end up with your style of music that is not country at all?
See, and that's my I wouldn't say my problem, but it's not a lot of me
Hmm.
out here. So I stand out major. But then it's also hard because I'm also the only one doing it. So far as like trying to like perform at local
Hmm.
events and stuff here, it's the hardest thing ever, because it's just like if I do anything, I got to go to like Virginia Beach. Like I've been to Virginia Beach and did some stuff, like Charlotte. So I got to travel to do anything. I
Jeez.
can't do nothing around here unless I like host it
Hmm.
myself or something.
You do have,
But
is DC like kind of close to you, or is that just like ridiculously far?
I mean, it's still, yeah, it's far. It's definitely still far. It's further away than both the places I just
Okay.
named. So I think it's like maybe 4 hours and 30
Ooh.
minutes.
Yeah, okay, I hear you
Yeah.
there. But speaking of your music, you have been cranking out music like crazy throughout 2020. I think it's like four different singles you released, Bop Love, Chill, and then your album that was like DT. I'm trying to think of the rest.
Yeah. It's DT. Hold on. See, now I gotta put the
Right.
phrase. Basically, what it means is, it means don't tell me what to do.
Oh.
That's what it is. So the reason I did that, I'm gonna just give you a little story behind that since you said something about it. I hate to be in a box with music. I really see music as like a true art. I'm an artist and I can paint
Mhm.
whatever picture I want to paint. So on that album, you literally hear me going from like making like a pop style type song, a trap style type song, which I'm not even nowhere near no trap, or um, it's just basically like just every sound. I want to put like every sound of like hip hop into one to just show people that I can do whatever I want
Oh.
to do. Because I have a lot of people around here that do like my music alike, and they say, "Ah, why don't you make music like this or like that more?" And I'd be like, "Oh, that wouldn't be fun. That takes out the fun of doing music. I got to come in here and do whatever my mood and vibe is feeling for
Mhm.
that day."
Since you're
Yeah.
using so many different avenues branching off of hip hop, would you say that's kind of the future of it? Because I've been interviewing around and the consensus is that hip hop is not what it used to be.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's definitely not what it used to be. But when I say that, I'm actually saying it in a bad way. But I'm like a true hip hop root fan, so like all this stuff, I'm not trashing nobody, but what they like to say, mumble rap, I hate it. So
Feel that.
I'm very I'm very old school. So like all the people that I like listen to now, as far as in the hip, most of them's not even mainstream. I mean, of course they got like they're known, but they're not like on the radio. They're not playing on radios and stuff
Hmm.
like that. So like I said, but that's kind of what made me do what I do just for that simple reason because I know people still want to hear that popping music that's
Yeah.
in right now. Pop. but I didn't want to be like, okay, I'm just gonna make that music, like, because I really don't. I mean, I don't really enjoy it. I enjoy it sometimes, but a lot of times it's just like to make other people. That's why I do everything so I can do that while also working on what I really want to do.
Okay. So making your fans happy is definitely a priority. Is there a certain message that you want them to get from your music?
Basically, with my music, and that's like basically like with everything I've been dropping here lately. I just main things is like be
Mm-hmm.
yourself, because like with my music now, like I drink and I'm a country boy, so I drink a lot. I don't
Mm-hmm.
smoke, but I drink. So if you listen to my music, you literally will hear basically what I do on a daily life basis. Like I'm not gonna rap about anything that I don't do. So if it's anything in there, I'm not saying it's to the T, but I've been in situations. So it's just like I just want to show people, like especially people who's trying to get in music, it's like just because everybody else is rapping about they're doing all this, riding these cars, and like I talk about how beat up my car is, and I'm truthful. I don't want to lie. I want you to be able to paint this picture while I'm telling you. So like I say, growing up in this area, it wasn't too much to do anyway, so I just kind of got to go off
Mm-hmm.
what I
I
got.
dig the authenticity. That's awesome.
Most
Not to
stuff.
derail the conversation from your music, but you mentioned drinking, and we had actually talked before this, and you mentioned the Virginia Brewed Company that you started.
So yeah, like with that, basically what brought that up is because where I'm at, which is technically known as Franklin County, Virginia, it's like the home state of
Mm-hmm.
moonshine. So that's where I kind of came about that name. I wanted to come up with a name, even though I'm not even in that field yet. But I do want to branch to where I'm actually in the future able to like have my own
Yeah.
like wine or something. I want to have something
Okay.
with that soon. But now, like I said, it's starting off more as an entertainment. But I only want to do it for like I only want to have like Virginia artists or Virginia. Everything's Virginia. I want to put on for my area because I've learned and went through a bunch of stuff when I was younger that now I know so much. But it's a lot of people that starting off my area that don't know
Yeah.
nothing. They just say you upload it and it's done. Oh, hopefully somebody. So now that I figured out like a small blueprint, I want to be an assistant to help my area.
Okay.
And if people that like rap music like I do, or it really doesn't matter because I love all
Mm-hmm.
music. So that's the main thing of what I'm building here. And like I said, this right here is going to be where everybody can come forward and do everything, make it open to the people that I really, want to help out. They can just come in and walk in as when needed. So,
That's awesome. Do you work with your community often? Do you
what was
work
I'm
with your
sorry.
community often?
Yeah, I try to do a bunch of stuff. I'm like a true clown. I haven't really posted like any bit, but I'm like the nuttiest. So like I do a lot of like local like videos like with the community. I've helped like a bunch of people make like commercials, like
Mm-hmm.
acting crazy. So it's just like that's kind of the way I've been branching out. And then we had couple shows lined up to help showcase a bunch of talent in this area, but things happen with the Roni Ron and stuff, so it kind of shut us down. So, but hopefully next year, me and my buddy was actually trying to start like a festival. So
Oh,
we was
sweet.
talking about that this year, but then stuff happened. So it actually helped us out because it gave us more get a game
Mm-hmm.
plan and where we want to go and all that good stuff. So I'm
What
hyped
kind of
about it.
festival would it be? Like, obviously, you'd probably incorporate your music, but what else would you be looking for?
hmm So the main thing what I'll be looking for, I kind of want to have it set up to where it's musicians, of course,
Mm-hmm.
from all genre. Like I said, I love it all. And then also I want to do something where it's like booths of like all like small business in the area. So it's like because that's one thing being that my county is so small and it's not too much to do. Everybody has something of their own kind of or trying to grow.
Okay.
So it's like I want to be able to help out as well and musically.
Gotcha. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Do you have a
gotta
name
get
for the
that.
festival?
I kind of want to go with something around like Virginia Brood, just
Mhm.
cause where I'm going it. So most likely it's gonna be like Virginia Brood 21.
Alright. That's awesome. And so that's kind of in your future. But as of right now, is there anything in your musical future?
As far
Any new
as
albums or songs you're working on? Because I saw
any,
on your website, sorry, that you have like art of
are you?
storyteller freestyling and quarantine freestyling.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So here like where I just recently was been like a month. I dropped my little EP, Bop Love. Um, so I've been recording. I've definitely got some music. I don't really plan on dropping anything
Mhm.
yet. But probably the first around the first of the year, I'm definitely going to have some stuff that I want to drop. I'm just trying to figure out the timing. I don't want to rush it because my problem I like in I love being in front of the camera. Right? So I'm making like stories on Instagram. I'm doing whatever. I love it. So, but my problem is I'm so like want to have stuff a certain way that it makes it hard for me to shoot actual music videos because I'm so picky. So now I'm going to lock down. I'm like I've dropped probably well over 30 songs this
Wow.
year alone. So it's like I think I got like one, two, maybe two videos to all of them songs. So I'm like, I need to work on
Mhm.
that. So I'm kind of trying to take a break from dropping stuff and start working more on creating good music videos, put out to all this
Okay.
stuff. So, because like I actually got like I know like with my Bop Love EP, it's kind of like a little story. I've dropped two EPs this year, and they're both kind of like 3-track stories. And I kind of want to incorporate like a small movie, but it's so like I said, it's just trying to get everybody aboard to want to play their part and do all that, organize everything. But it'll come. But that's my plans.
Okay. So you direct your films? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Like I said, I've actually around like Halloween, me and my buddies, we were messing around and we like made like this trailer. Cause I was like, man, you know what? We got to make a little scary movie. I was like, you know what it's gonna be? I was outside. We were like in the right here in the back of my house, like basically in the woods. And I was like, you know what it's gonna? I said, Stick Man. I was like, it sounds so basic and actually so whack. Like I would never watch it if it was on Netflix or something like that. But it was just part. I said, this is our life. We're in the sticks, so we're just going to go in and make a short movie. So we actually like shot like a we shot. I guess it could be like we shot like a little 10-minute preview type thing of it. We stopped it because we like it. We just don't know if we want to do like a small YouTube
Mhm.
series type thing, or we want to just like drop something one time and then be done. So we're trying to get that.
Okay.
So there's nothing to do out here. All we got to do is we ain't got nothing to do but think about something else
Well, it
to
sounds
do.
like you've been plenty productive, especially during COVID.
Oh yeah, this has definitely been my best year. Yeah, this has been my best year of my music career for
That's
sure.
really inspiring because a lot of musicians are really struggling right now, but you're taking full advantage of this to just crank out some music.
Oh yeah, like I said, most definitely. Once everything happened, and I knew like everything was really getting like shut
Mhm.
down type. I want to say, I mean, I was kind of ahead of the game, and it gave me an advantage that, especially a lot of people, really nobody in my area, as far as musically, is like big on like social, and I'm like the die hard on social. So, and it's like I like to post anything from like making like little skits and I do it all. So that helped me because like once it happened, and then everybody was trying to adapt and say, oh, well, we can't perform now. We got to start doing
Mhm.
lives and doing all. I was already doing it, so it kind of made it easy. I was like, okay, so I got a little advantage. So now we can make a run, and it helped out.
So you've already done live concerts?
Yeah, I've done a couple live concerts. I've been doing mainly on Facebook. I do them on Facebook. I think I did one on Twitch. But like every time I kind of get like some new
Mhm.
content, I'll like stream it live and perform it on Facebook all the time. So that's something I like to do live.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's another thing why I got when I got made this building because I want to eventually have this set up too to do like some live shows as well, have
Gotcha.
some lighting in here going on and stuff.
So you, all right, you connect with your fans via Facebook mostly?
Instagram mostly, but when I do my lives, just because I like how I can set it up, because I use like
Mm-hmm.
OBS
Good
and
one.
I can just get my mics and stuff actually going in good with it, good quality stuff, so it actually feels like a show type thing. So that's the only reason. Instagram, the moment they let you do stuff like that, they can really. I don't know why they haven't done it, but
Yeah, they're too busy releasing updates no one wants.
exactly every day.
Mm-hmm. But actually, taking it back too, I want to talk to you about your musical inspirations or the artists you said you're listening to right now who are kind of obscure.
So the people who is like that has been like heavy on my like playlist and stuff. I actually just made a playlist so for people who watching. It's called JrocVA's Inspirations. And so basically what I did, it's now I think I've got almost like 8 hours worth in there, but it's literally from everything from where I first loved music. It's from the people who first gave me that feeling
Mm.
to now. So it's like just bunches of music. But like I said, if I was to go in like the early days, as far as hip hop wise, I used to look up to people like Jay Z, of course, Nas, let's see, Outkast, Erica
All right.
Badu. I'm big on like soul music, so it's like that's like my first heart, honestly, because that's all my family listens to is
Mm-hmm.
soul. So then now I would have to say I'm more of like
I
Smino
don't.
Montana. He's from like St. Louis. He's just started. Well, he's been going for a while, but he's got a good decent buzz going on. And then do you have you ever heard of Toby Lou?
I think I've heard the name, but I couldn't tell you any songs.
Yeah, his most popular song that he has, it was like it like went viral on Facebook. Was he like did like a little like a video, and it was like Buff Baby. It's like I'm a Buff Baby, but I dance like a
Okay, I've
man.
heard that.
You probably hear that somewhere, but that was like one of his popping songs. But then I like Tierra Whack. I love her a lot. I like her style. She's so different. I'm big on people that's just like completely different that stands out. Um, and let's see if I was thinking about who else. Of course, I love parts of the new people that's actually like running stuff like J. Cole. Of course, I love J.
Good one.
Kendrick. Everybody that's under both of their like labels, so like the whole Dreamville team. Out. Everybody that does music and basically puts soul into it
Mm-hmm.
as well. I most likely am a big fan.
Okay. Ah, I love that. Yeah, not many people listen to like the smaller artists, so I dig that you pay attention to them too.
Oh, that's honestly, and most of oh, I forgot one person that's so like for real. He's like for real is like my guy. You know, I grew up listening to, like Nerd, so NERD. They from Virginia, so it's like they're like he's like the goat
Nice.
to me, as far as music.
Okay. Do you work with any local musicians too?
Yeah, I work with a bunch of local musicians. Actually, it's my buddy. His name is Kizzy. He's like an
Mm-hmm.
R&B singer. We have Adonis. He's like a soulful rapper. He's really good. My buddy Payro. He just moved to New
Wow.
Orleans. I'm hoping he can put us on. um, but then it's my guy Monty. I'm working on some stuff with him in the future. He's from like Carolina, like right down the
Mm-hmm.
road. Um, it's a bunch of people, like I said, and it's so like I said, where it's not where Virginia, the Virginia and like North Carolina, besides
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte, that music scene not getting no love. So it's like we're like trying to form together and basically try to get a big buzz
Oh,
together.
that'd be neat.
It's yeah, one of my buddies, KHI. I've never really met him, but we've basically been like friends on like social
Mhm.
forever, and he's from Virginia Beach area. We supposed to meet up. We was actually supposed to meet up this year, but stuff happened. But he actually, Pusha T.
Maybe.
Push. You remember the Eclipse, the grinding? You don't
Yeah.
want to see
Okay.
my. So he's there from Virginia too, and he's signed to Kanye. So
Wow.
he made like a playlist, and he put my buddy's song on that playlist. So he's getting a bunch of buzz
Mhm.
off of that, and he was like, how like Snapchat has like where they have like a little bit of
Yeah.
music on there now. One of his songs was on that small selection of music. So he's doing good. But KHI, y'all look out.
That's sick.
He's coming.
Yeah, kind of speaking of that too, you mentioned 'cause we had texted earlier. You said something about The Rock gave you a shout out.
Oh yeah. So that happened February, March. Well, see, basically what it is. So Rock, I'm like a huge Rock fan. I work
Mhm.
out all the time, so I love wrestling. Well, I don't love it anymore because now it's stupid. But I used to love wrestling and The Rock, and basically I've followed behind him ever
Mhm.
since. So he just released his tequila this year, Terramana, and it came out in February, March, whatever it was. I got it the first day. Like I was waiting for it. So as soon as I got it, I did like a review of it, and I posted it on my Instagram, and it was like
Mhm.
funny. So the next day when I'm not doing my music stuff, I run mail in my area. So I was like running the mail, and then my phone started going off crazy. And I was like, what is this? And I looked, and I was like, holy. And he like posted my video on his Instagram feed, and it
Wow.
basically quoting me saying thank me for doing that and all that stuff. And I was like, this is wild.
That's
and
insane.
from that point, that's why I say this is my best
Mhm.
year yet, because I went from like 4,000, 5,000 followers to now I got 16K.
Dude.
So it was just like it just went crazy. Like he really blessed me in a way that he would never
Mhm.
understand.
That is awesome. Oh my
Yeah, that
gosh,
was
congratulations.
yeah, like I say, that was one of them things where why that helped me out being already trying to be active on social and post content, crazy content all the time. And out of all the ones I've done, finally
Yeah.
one that took off for
Ah, it's cool. It
me.
tells you that you're on the right track.
Oh yeah, most
Mhm.
definitely.
And actually, to get your opinion, going back to like hip hop music industry, if you were to be in charge or could fix anything with like Apple Music or Spotify, what would you do to help smaller artists?
I just feel like, far as like with Spotify for sure, because I'm not even a big fan of Apple Music. I just feel like I mean, of course, like far as which I have iPhone,
Mhm.
but far as the access to getting the music, that's easy. That's cool for the consumer. But like far as like Spotify, they really put everything facts more up to date and all like this stuff. Especially like where you can see listening like live. So I love that. But I just feel like Spotify in general, they instead of artists having to basically go out and find legit like Spotify
Mhm.
playlisters, I feel like they should offer a bigger of course you can submit for their stuff, but I feel like they should have like a big group of people that they know is legit,
Mhm.
and you could I don't know, maybe even like pay for their email or something to submit and stuff like that, because it's so many people it's trying to do scams and take people's monies over then giving them fake streams, thinking that everything's
Oh,
legit, and so it's crazy. Like I know when I first started, I tried one of them, and then I realized I was like, hold on, there's no way that this is real.
mhm.
I wasn't getting like no feedback or nothing like that. And I said, if I got like, it was like 3,000 streams. I said, at 3,000 streams, at least one of them would have like added me
Yeah.
on Instagram or, what I'm saying? It just wasn't it's legit. There's too many of them out there like that. So I just feel like Spotify should figure out something where they can either get a bunch of playlisters and give that information to some of the artists, or either like far as like their promo. I know you can do like Spotify ads, but it's like it's so
Oh,
much
I
money
bet.
that independent artists, it's like it's
Yeah.
hard. Like you already gotta do everything else and plus do that. So if they can figure out the way to make their Spotify promo a little bit on the indie level and instead of like professional, that could help out too. But they're going in the right track. So
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
oh
And
yeah.
finally, you said you're a big socials kind of person. How can we find you on social media?
So my Instagram is JrocVA and underscore JrocVA underscore. That's my Instagram. My Facebook is the real JrocVA. Only reason I had to do that because I made one and it got hacked a long
Oh,
time ago and I can't get it back. So now I had to make it longer. I'm not really heavy on YouTube yet, just because I do so much small content on Instagram. But I do have one. If you look up JrocVA, you'll find it on
okay.
YouTube. It's a bunch of mine. I've had a couple music videos on there, but nothing.
Gotcha.
Twitter, JrocVA. Um, I also do a bunch of game streaming. I do that for my fans, so I stream a bunch of
Oh,
games.
fun.
I do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 o'clock till whenever I stop. It's fun. Like I said, I really suck. Like I suck at I don't. I tell my friends I don't play it because I'm nice. I play it because it's
Mhm.
entertainment. I'm the one you watch when you want to laugh. But that's Virginia Brute Gaming. So check that out. That's on Facebook and Twitch. But
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. I would love to have you back to talk more about the music festival. Hopefully, as Corona fades out, it can actually become a reality.
exactly, most definitely, yeah, definitely. Like I said, thank you for inviting me on here. And like I said, it's been a
No
pleasure for real.
problem. You have a great day.